Week 15 of the 2022 season. And the spotlight is on Justin Herbert, as he's gone over 4,000 yards passing now for the year. It's the Raiders and the Patriots on Sunday night.
Well, there's never a shortage of shows or sights and sounds throughout this city, but for the next few hours, all eyes are glued to Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the New England Patriots and the Las Vegas Raiders. Hi again, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play. They've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Patriots, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. Leading them out, it's the third-year man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
Brandon, I don't know about you, but when I heard he threw 5 touchdown passes last week, I thought, well, he's going to be the AFC Offensive Player of the Week. I didn't need to hear any other stats, and it turned out to be right.
That's exactly right. It seemed like every time we turned around, he was throwing one in the end zone. But he doubled down. He said, I see 5 more in this game. Challenge accepted.
Challenge.
Herbert on the first play wants to pass it. He'll find his man, Terrace Marshall, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down. Back to throw here, Herbert. And his throw here is incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
It's 2nd down and 10.
They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. This defense for the Patriots, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Gonna throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And a throw there gonna be incomplete.
I want to see this offense try to spread the field and utilize the outside 3rd of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. So now the Patriots getting set to take over on offense. Former Heisman winner leading them out, the 2-time Pro Bowler in his first 3 seasons, the electric Kyler Murray.
And when you have a guy like Kyler Murray under center, it not only opens up your playbook, it allows you to draw up even more plays because he's among the best dual-threat quarterbacks in the league and a true playmaker. If flushed out of the pocket, he might even be more dangerous. The next step for him, being able to throw on rhythm and deliver from the pocket.
First down, Murray. That's caught by Keyshawn Johnson. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. First carry now for David Montgomery. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. No gain on the play there. Nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. Strong start by this defense. Third and short, they go with a run. Stonewalled for no gain.
I played for a guy who always talked about setting tones and meeting force with force. That felt like it on that play, didn't it? And they met him in a big way and won. What a great job by the defense.
On fourth down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Raider offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And for them, it's no longer they've clinched the division. According to that seat.
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now just the coach talking about it, team talking to each other, support each other, carrying each other. No, see me thing.
Titles clinched, shouldn't take the foot off the gas.
No, not play it all through. And I think we've seen that in recent years. In the teams that and play to win each and every, they're the ones to deal with.
Having a first down as well. Get this to about the 44-yard line.
Hear from coach routes on the go, get them the ball, keep them moving. But when you hit a tight end now, okay, the receiver going to run past. So tight end, they can do their damage a different. Break a few tackles, scatter some there.
Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. That's his first catch of the game and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Here's Herbert. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
And when you hit him on the move like that, with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
And there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 2nd and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll toss this right side to Cam Akers. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
Loss of 1. It's now 3rd and 5.
Herbert now. And it's caught. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
4th down, and on comes the Raider kicker, Daniel Carlson. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. The kick by Carlson is good, and the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. Both teams kind of feeling each other out here. Now after 3 drives, we have a score with that field goal.
Yeah, they're still waiting for the breakout drive to come to them. Right? They're using the playbook well. They're looking for that extra section that says touchdowns instead of field goals. But they'll take the 3 for now and try set up for more later.
So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. A boatload of carries, 85 yards.
And he's hoping to have the same type of game, but he's going up against the #1 defense in the league, and they're very good at fitting the run. So now you've got to think offensive strategy, maybe a little more play action, and try and find some people open downfield.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
A gain of 19 yards. First down, Patriots.
First down, here's the run to Montgomery. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Murray now to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. This is Montgomery with a grab over the middle. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped 46. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott set to do the punting honors. And no return. Where will they got it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. The Raiders at 12-1 now to start play. And they've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
They'll run with Sanders up the middle. Takes it to about the 37. The numbers for Sanders last week, 19 carries, 70 yards.
Well, we know they've clinched a playoff spot, but there's plenty of football left to play, and I'm a proponent of continuing to do what you've done throughout the season, especially with teams that are heavy run teams, because if you throttle back too early, you lose the rhythm of the run game, not just with the runner, but with the offensive line as well.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. 3-0 after one on EA Sports.
Patriots nothing.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum? That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
Now on 2nd and 13. Murray. And incomplete on the deep ball. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, this first time, according to plan so far, offensively, they can use on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
A big kick to you, and the Raiders over now 1st and 10. Here's Las Vegas field. And it's been a slow start for them. And just the
into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not what it does in the ball game. They've got to find a way to these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
That's the foot before being tackled. That's a good one. 7 yards and a first down. Sanders head for about for 2nd down. From here's Herbert. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all going to lead to from the Herbert on 3rd down. Incomplete.
And that's a nice job. How to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of need. And he's able to.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. This will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to now? About the 18-yard line. New England trying to get a place on offense. The crowd maybe lose a little of the edge.
They want some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. It would be interesting to see where the coach, can you and force?
Meanwhile, Murray taken in by Miller. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 5. His first for 16 and a first. Murray flips forward on a jet sweep. And the reinforcement to stop him behind the line. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffles ago. Not off the ground, but you understand these wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running back on their hands.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. Maybe 3-7. New England on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. Johnson with a complete to the middle. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. 8 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
That pattern fenced up. Tried to just sprint from one field to the other. No chance at the catch there, and they stop.
Here's J.K. Scott now. On to 4th time tonight. Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. And he stopped right at the 20 after a gain of 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Shotgun snap for Herbert. Complete up, and that's a 1st down. Now it's Herbert. And that was now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So the yellow flag leads to a new set of downs for this defense. 1st and 10. Now Herbert with a pass. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Line of scrimmage against Evan as they line up 2nd and 10. In her pass, and that ball into his hit just let go, and now it's 3rd down. Herbert rifle this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play there for Vegas, and even yards.
Just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was maybe the speed you would see on a sled downfield with that kind of pitch.
If he throws that one with any type of air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it with that.
So the big play gets way down to the outskirts of the red zone. Meanwhile, Herbert's throw going to be taken in by, it's going to be marked down just outside. It's finding its legs now. It's another 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete. So now incompletion, 1st down. To the air. Now the boost, and it's picked up by the Patriots. And 12, that's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
Seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work all the time. Catch the ball, know there's going to be some traffic. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try downfield.
Out come the Patriots. Driving the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in the game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're tired of saying, run out there and do his thing? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I want to see the punter again.
And the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive. Best.
The open come up on 2nd and 12. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. To throw, it's Murray. Open man here is Conklin. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the 1st down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, got the safe completion on 3rd. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Abdullah to return. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. So out come the Raiders. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. On first down, it's Herbert. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he'll work this down inside the 30. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on his team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. On 2nd and 2, Herbert. He's got Renfro on the out route. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. This is caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal. Great footwork there, Charles, to dot the I, stay in bounds, get both feet in. He's probably thinking, though, man, I made a catch like that close to the end zone. I should have scored.
Yeah, there's always a regret when you're that close to the goal line. But let's go back to what you talked about before. Getting his feet down. Would you say dotting the I? I can cross the T as well. That was excellent footwork to get in bounds and make a great catch.
They'll run here with Akers. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded. And he's in! Touchdown, Raiders! Miles Sanders, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And they're able to add on to their advantage. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it was Miles Sanders who finished it off with a touchdown run. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Taking it about the 1. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. New England's offense set to go. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. To throw is Murray. Throw left side complete. That's Miller. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Now Murray. He rifles one that's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew's got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Now the Vegas offense heading back out there. And now following that turnover, they've got an opportunity here to try to cash in with good field position before intermission. After the turnover, here's Herbert. Renfro bringing it in over the middle. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Only needing 2 yards on second down. Back to throw here, Herbert. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And the Raiders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Here's Herbert. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, Herbert. And he's got it. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. Diving for the end zone, and the ball's knocked out. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. On 4th down, here's Daniel Carlson for the Raider field goal. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
Clock at 20 seconds to go in the half as they come up 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Targets Miller here on the out route. He's got him. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Murray. Finding Miller once more, complete. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. Throwing again on 2nd down. Murray. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. Next, we head off to check out another game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the 2nd quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the 2nd quarter. Time now for a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for New England. And they didn't get a whole lot accomplished through the air in those first 2 quarters of play. They'll need to up their game if they want to rally all the way back. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, they were even better throwing the football. Lots of open receivers to choose from, and you can bet that'll continue to be a focus in the 2nd half.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Taken in at the 3. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Patriots taking over to start quarter number 3. By no means, certainly, are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the 3rd quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives. Try and slow things down a little bit. Pretty nice play here. They go read option, read the defensive end, and when he collapsed down inside, how about the quarterback pulling it, keeping it, and not only getting to the second level, but picking up some really nice yardage.
Very, very well read. Running with Montgomery from the pistol. And taken down just shy of the 40. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Shotgun now from Murray. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Johnson. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, part of their struggles in the first half was their inability to convert consistently on 3rd down. But how about this well-designed play? Gave himself plenty of options and able to get the hook up and keep the drive going.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. A read option. Here's Montgomery. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. And a solid job using his legs. 16 yards and a first down on the keeper.
That was a good, strong run for a first down. And they are just dominating right now on this drive. They've stayed on the field, which consequently means the opposition's offense can't get out there and score any points.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Again, Murray will keep it. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes a defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Going up the gut, Montgomery. Even with that broken tackle, he'll be brought down short of the 15. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This one swung out to Montgomery. So he stopped for no gain. And it'll be 4th down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
So on comes Cairo Santos now for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 34. Santos' kick is up and through, and they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And this one caught by Cameron Brain. From the the 22. Herbert. That's to Marshall on the quick slant. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Herbert now. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. To throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. And once again, this is Sanders. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a 1st down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there. Getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And Sanders on 1st down with a little bit of space as he works his way forward. A gain of 4. To throw on 2nd and 6. Herbert. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 32-yard line.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage, and that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert. The open man here, Renfro. And he'll be brought down at the 27. They go back to the ground with Sanders. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. Give them 12 yards that time and a Las Vegas 1st.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Herbert operating from the red zone. And Waller taking it in over the middle. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the 1st tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. This carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, but not much room to operate. Herbert on 3rd down now. And it's caught. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the 1st. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Well, they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll run. Here's Burton, the fullback, trying to ram his way in, but they're going to hold him back at the goal line. 2nd down and goal. Herbert. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Dayo Odeyingbo make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Chalk that up as their 1st sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Daniel Carlson for the Raider field goal on 23-yard attempt.
Carlson able to put this one through, and the lead stretches 16-3 now.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the fourth.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist, but time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. New England trying to get a place on offense.
And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas.
Yeah, a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield and giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
Being chased out left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Murray going to try to throw on third down.
Man open, it's Tony. He's got it. And he will have a Patriots first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on third down.
They bring pressure there on third down, but this is a nice job of picking it up and making sure their guy has time to deliver the football. And they wind up getting the first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing now is Murray.
Right back to Tony. He's got another one.
Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Working with 2nd and 5 now. Murray going to throw. Finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Off the option, here's Montgomery. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Murray. That's complete to Tony. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 28. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs.
First down, Patriots.
Read option, here's Montgomery. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27. Here's Murray. And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. And remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Santos' kick is up and through, and the lead is down to 10 now at 16-6. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
He's known for his legs and his fancy footwork, but he's not getting much of a chance to use it here. The defense continued to hold the upper hand by bringing him down on that play.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Open man, that's Renfro. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A give, running right is Akers. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
Herbert's throw pulled in by Marshall.
And they get him down, but not before it takes it across the 40-yard line. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert.
That's swung out wide to Sanders.
Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. Throwing again on 2nd down. They'll find his tight end. That's Waller.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. A short one here, secured by the tight end Waller.
Now we get a stoppage because a member of the Raiders shaken up on that one. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Here's Herbert. He's got a man. That's Marshall. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 39. 14 yards is the pickup there on a Raider first. Big hook up there. Forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Sanders toss left side. And down inside the 35 he goes to the 32-yard line.
50 yards on the ground for him so far.
Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter. Looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out. We've got them now.
That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got it first and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided.
They'll run on first down with Akers.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Second and goal from inside the 5. Here's Sanders. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. They'll try to run with Sanders. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the fourth.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
So the Patriots now down on the scoreboard. And time, a huge factor. Their offense has struggled all night, and now they need to find 2 scores late to try to pull this thing out. Throwing on first down is Murray.
Able to complete it to Montgomery.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up second down. To throw is Murray. Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down.
Completes it to Azukama.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. First down now, but the clock continues to move. He's going to let it fly.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
On second and 10, Murray. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Murray, one final try.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders.
I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold the team under 10 points, that's a job well done. Really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball. You're handing out multiple, although I set you up by saying game balls, plural, but I
like where we're going with this. You say one to represent, like the best player of all of that, and I say multiples so that you keep everyone motivated and involved.
You're a man of the people.
I'm a man of the people. I thought I was the only child.
You get a game ball, and you get a game ball. Game balls for everybody. So for Las Vegas, they continue to make their case as a Super Bowl favorite as they move to 13-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, they've plummeted now to 3-11. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Cincinnati Bengals.